Given the designation of SCP-096, it is part of the Euclid class. It's been nicknamed the Shy Guy due to its aggressive behavior towards anyone who sets their gaze upon him, whether that be in person or even photographs and video recordings. However, brutal tests were conducted to conclude that drawings of the creature have no aggro effect on SCP-096. Many stories circulate to help shine light on who or what the Shy Guy really is. However, there is one that is particularly interesting. It is said that SCP-096 was a seemingly normal child. He grew up in a seemingly normal house with a normal family in a normal town. He went to school and played games like every other normal child. However, his peers often set him apart from all the other children. He sat isolated from all the other kids because of his bizarre appearance. The kids laughed at him. They called him names. They taunted and they teased. He was ugly, and as the years went by, it only got worse. He was a scrawny child with thin limbs and a grotesque face. This left him lonely and caused depression. He hid himself away from the world in fear that everyone he met would bully him due to his looks. Over time, the hateful comments from his peers turned into self-hatred and grew. He spent all of his time alone, refusing to interact with anybody. He was born disfigured but made a monster by the mockery of society. His self-isolation led to a life of malnutrition. He became pale due to lack of exposure to sunlight. His limbs grew longer and even thinner. His face was pale and hollow. His eyesight deteriorated from hiding away in the dark for so long. His body now looked ghoulish. He was more hideous than ever. As the years ticked by and his body changed, his brain also warped and started to grow more animalistic and primal. He hid out in the woods, the mountains, and anywhere far away from any living human soul. He would cry into his hands day after day. The only thing that his brain retained from his human days was the urge to hide his face and never let anyone see him again. Whenever an unfortunate human had the misfortune of stumbling upon the creature, either in person or photograph, he would scream and cry. It is still unknown how SCP-096 knows when his image is being viewed, but without any self-control, it would seek out the human and attack until the victim was dead. With unmatched tenacity, he stopped at nothing to find his target. His victims would never get the chance to criticize or laugh at the creature again. The people in his life encouraged the beginnings of the monster that he would later become. Shy Guy's violence towards those who looked upon him can be somewhat understood now. It becomes apparent that the real monsters are those that have picked on him and helped create the SCP we know as 096.